Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So today's video I'm going to talk about precious Chikwendu, who was married to Femi Kayode. And for anyone that does not know, Femi Kayode is a politician, and the girl, she used to be a model or something like that. He married this girl. They have 4 children. The 4 children, all boys. The first one was a single baby, and then she had triplets. So she has 4 children with this man. And then recently she granted interview to Chude. His YouTube channel is Chude, something like with Chude. Anyways, I'll put it in the description box. You can go check it out and you can go watch the full interview. So basically she granted an interview which she said is her first time coming out to speak up about her marriage. Well, they've gone their separate ways now. She came to speak up about what happened in marriage. She accused him of you know, being physical with her, and at the moment her biggest issue is that this man has kept all the children and she's not even allowed access to the children. She's kicked out of the home. She addressed all of that. People have been leaving comments on what's my opinion about it, you know, blah blah blah. I went and I watched this the video, and I want to address this area of, you know, when I watched that, because there's something that keeps happening. Even somebody left me a comment the other day saying, yeah, you know, Nigerian marriages abroad are not the right stand. I can't remember how they phrased it, but basically this person is praising Nigerian marriages in Nigeria compared to Nigerian marriages abroad. And I actually realized that this story is a very good example of the so-called Nigerian marriages in Nigeria. So always say, oh, these abroad Nigerian marriages, that. And then these ladies on the TVC, My View or Your View, one of the, you know, that program. I came across a video recently, maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, where they were discussing and they were talking about the Nigerian women when they go abroad and get married and they become to this and they begin to do that. And now, not all the ladies, I have to emphasize, but I'm terrible at their names. That's one thing I'm not very good at, is their names, you know. And they were all, everybody had opinions, but I get irritated, or I don't know how to phrase it, when some people bring this mentality that, you know, Nigerian women abroad are bad women, you know, they are over-liberated, or they're whatever the terms they give it. They do not know the difference. They do not know the difference. You see, what they call the so-called abroad marriages, and women are this, or women are that, is that in abroad, a woman cannot be oppressed like they can be oppressed in Nigeria. Let me put this out of the way. Let me just say this, right? There are some women that say because they are living abroad where they have a right. You see, in Nigeria, we say women have rights, but our women's rights are not upheld in Nigeria, typically. Let's put it that way. Then culturally, women are oppressed. Societally, women are oppressed. Religiously, in like all these areas, women are told that you're just, I don't even know how to, I don't have the terms to use for it, right? And when we come abroad, and then women have rights, just like men have rights. Because don't forget, it's not only women that have rights abroad. That is one thing. Why it is a struggle for some people to understand is that they are used to a society where only a man actually has a right. And then they now come to a society where women also, a woman does not have rights more than a man. No. Women also has a right. That's what the struggle is, for some people to understand the fact that abroad marriage and Nigerian marriage, that's what the difference is. I made the post on my community tab, and I was asking, I say, these so-called Nigerian marriages in Nigeria and Nigerian marriages abroad, what are the differences? Because I actually want people to list the differences. Let's actually, because it's easy to just get about topics, but it's good to sit back, take a deep breath, and actually weigh the so-called differences and ask yourself what these differences actually are. This lady, right, she's making, okay, let's call it allegations, that she has not seen her children since she left, she was kicked out of the house, or she left the house, whatever it is. And all she's asking is to even have, she wants her children. Now, what she's accusing the man of doing, of not allowing her to have her children, that man, all the things she has said, that he has been physical with her, a lot of things that she said, oh, he has done to her. Somebody like Femi Kayode, these things she's saying he has done, if they were abroad, he wouldn't have done them, because he knows the consequences of doing it abroad. Are you listening to what I'm saying? he knows the consequences. A lot of men will not do it. And then they will not say that abroad marriage is not good. Do you know why? Abroad marriages will not allow some men. Some are good. There are some amazing Nigerian men married to Nigerian women abroad, and they have beautiful marriages. So it's not all. But there are some men that they don't, their intentions are not good. But because the system in abroad does not permit or tolerate them doing those things, they now say that abroad marriage is bad. How can, let me tell you now, I do not believe that child custody should be automatically a woman's thing. And it's not automatic abroad, though. People think it is not, right? And if a man can look after the children, he can win custody of the children. But the woman must have access to her children. Or if it's the woman that has the children, the man must have access. Are you listening? Femi Kayode, according to her, he said he did not have male children. When he married her, he wanted male children, and they specifically did selection. And she was inseminated with just boys. That's why all the 4 children are boys. When it comes to custody of children, I do not believe that it should be automatically, a woman should have custody of children. No, I feel like the system should always try as much as possible to make sure the children are with the parents that the best parent according to the needs of the children. Let me put it that way. Because let's not pretend. Some mothers are terrible. There are some mothers that are not even they don't have proper, that mothering, how do I even phrase it? That mothering nature. There are some men that are amazing parents. So we can't, you understand? We cannot come and generalize. So if Femi Kayode, for example, he may be a terrible husband, but may be an amazing father. He may be. And then the court can say, okay, he can have custody of the children, but their mother must have access. The only time a parent should not have access is if, for any reason that maybe the children are not safe with that parent, maybe a parent that is parent that may not have access. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe alcohol problem, some kind of problems that may make the children be at risk if they are with that particular parent. Apart from that, some families actually they have 50% custody. There are parents that are like that. One person gets 1 week, the other person the other week. At the end of the day, should be for the best interest of the children. But this man now, from what she has alleged, he has kicked her out, or she left the marriage. I'm not too sure now. Whatever one it is, and then he is not allowing these children. That's one thing people don't realize. When you do this, you're robbing these children the chance to have their mother in their life. Or even women that do not allow the man to have access to children. You're also depriving these children the right to have the father in their lives. They are entitled to having both parents in their lives. Make sure that they have that child on their visitation day, and that is it. At the end of the day, like I'm saying, they should be to the best interest of the children. Coming back to I just feel like sometimes there's some things that happens, and I just feel like it was just designed to go that way. Because this topic of Nigerian marriages abroad and Nigerian marriages in Nigeria, all those conversations, and then this story of this lady came up, and I thought to myself, this is the perfect example that this whole thing at this kind of time, these topics came together. These allegations are the examples that we should use to talk about the so-called differences between marriages abroad and marriages in Nigeria. If it's abroad, that's another thing. If it's abroad that Femi Kayode, with his or whatever kind of, I don't know how rich he is, and then a woman that was just popping children for you, he wanted to have all boys. He wanted the artificial insemination, and the woman was basically, from her story, it's like a guinea pig now. She produced all the children, and then she's gone, and then you keep the children, and she goes empty-handed. That will not happen abroad. That will not happen abroad. You see all those your wealth. You must share, give her. So people will say she came with nothing. I'm not saying she came with anything. I don't know how financially buoyant she was. But at the end of the day, she has invested in that relationship, even producing those children. That was her part she played. Marriage is a partnership. He was whatever, the one making the money. She was the one producing babies. It isn't easy. And she was even talking about the triplet pregnancy, the toll it took on her and stuff like that. And then people will not feel like she has not played any part. If she not born the children, where the man will see the children? Do you know what it is for her to have gone through all of that? And then now she's gone, empty-handed. So basically, you understand? That is why if it's abroad now, the court will not say he has to give her one of her houses. She has to have access, or she may have custody. And then he has to pay early money. There are people in Nigeria, abroad marriage, abroad marriage. People don't think before they condemn abroad marriages. But when the courts decide that the woman cannot go empty-handed, that is what they call the bad thing about abroad marriages. That is what they call the bad thing. And we cannot come and pretend when they say Nigeria, a lot of so-called beautiful marriages in Nigeria, it is the men that will tell you how beautiful it is because they have no qualms. A lot of women are just managing in the name of what will society say, in the name of if I leave, who will raise my children? If I leave, where will I see money to survive? Because when women married and the man can say, be at home, I can make all the money, and then the woman is a housewife, and then the man changes his mind, she's finished because she can kick a woman out with just the wrapper on her chest. I know that for a fact because it happened to my mother. I love my father, I'm going to say that, but I'm going to tell you my parents' marriage, when it ended, at the end of the day, wrapper for chest is what my mother was chased away with. If it's abroad, that cannot happen. Then somebody will not say abroad marriages are bad. Let me give you guys an example. When they talk about these so-called marriages abroad are bad, I remember one Nigerian woman that came from Nigeria. She was, you know, when Yoruba will say Sheshede, you know, in English we say JJC, Johnny just come. She just arrived. So she Sheshede. This woman, she was not talking to me one day. She said, can you imagine? I went to visit. She's new. She may be like 2 months abroad. She now said, can you imagine? I went to their house and the man was changing pampers. How can a man be changing pampers? I looked at her. I said, whose child is it? The child belongs to two of them. He said, yes. I said, what is wrong with the man changing pampers? How can a man be changing pampers? And I should not say that again. I just knew that there was no way this argument, she was going to listen to me. I was just like, she just did come. When she don't tell, her eye go open. What is wrong in a man changing pampers? For her now, because she's just Johnny just come, she's like, it's a taboo. How can a man be changing pampers? In your own picking where he born, he's changing. What is the crime in a man changing pampers? Something as petty as that. And I said that time you went to their house, he was changing pampers. You don't know who changed the 5 before that one. You don't know if maybe she's the one that changing most of the time, and they changed, both of them changed pampers. But even if, what is wrong in a man? But we come from a culture where a man is, you know, a woman is there to labor and do all the housework and do all the this and do all the that. And then they come abroad where it's 50-50. Husband is working, wife is working. You know, both of them are doing housework. Both of them are doing school runs. Both of them are doing whatever. You know, people, let me not even go into all of that. This is the mentality I'm talking about. Lady I know went to Nigeria. Single lady, she went to Nigeria to go and marry. Okay, she went and married the man and brought him abroad, right? The man now came. He has not even got a job. Oh, he's still at home. Oh. She will go to her job and she will work for hours, 12-13 hours, and the man will be waiting for her to come back. The man will say she must bring Gomi Showo, Mire Jasaka to eat his food. She will still come and cook for the man that is at home. Because he still has that Nigerian mentality, JJC. He will come and be waiting for woman that went to work. Because the woman that went to work since morning to come and cook for him and then serve him and bring home shower for him before he will eat. That's one thing I don't do. As long as it's working for 2 of you, that's fine. That's your. But I was thinking to myself, she's the one making all the money. You will sit at home waiting for her to come and give you your evening food. I mean, to come and serve you water. You see, it comes from Nigeria. People forget that in Nigeria, for example, a lot of women are 100% housewives. And then the man goes to go and hustle and do everything. It is still a partnership. And then when he has hustled all day, came back in the evening, you will not say, you know he's tired, he has been working all day. Now you day house. Then you can say, you're playing your own part in this partnership. Say, okay, he has got, let me make him food, let me, he has been hustling all day, and then you not come abroad. And then, for whatever reason, the man is not working, for example, or both of you are working. You still want, somebody will not want to see apply the same thing when the woman was 100% at home. And the man was the one going to suffer from morning till night to make an income for the family. And then another thing is this. When they now come and the woman is now the one working and the man is not working, he cannot say, okay, when I did Nigeria and only me they work. But I'm using this as an example. When we did Nigeria, I'm the only one that was working and she was at home. Okay, now the table has flipped for whatever reason. She has gone to work and worked how many hours and now she's home. So she has started playing that role that I was playing in Nigeria. Let me play the role she was playing. It's a lie. They still want to say, I am the man. I cannot come and cook for a woman. I cannot come and this. It's supposed to be a partnership. So people now say, why is it always doctors and nurses abroad? Or because you marry a nurse or you marry a female doctor, that is when it's a problem. Why is it? If you're abroad, a man is a doctor. He goes to work in the morning. And the wife is at home. She will do all the housework, no problem. Right? But if it's the other way around, a female doctor went to work all day and come back, there is still that mentality. But let's be reasoning this thing now. That she should still come home and play the role she was playing when she was the one at home all day. How does that make sense? The so-called abroad marriage and whatever marriage. Let me say something that people don't realize. When they say, why is it always the nurses and the whatever? Let me tell you, I'm beginning to think about it. You see the nursing job, it'll be more. Do you know what it is to be on your feet for 13 hours? Do you know what it is to be dealing with patients and whatever is involved in it, psychologically, mentally? It's not an easy job to do. Both of these jobs, it is not easy at all. You see, I have seen nursing abroad, I've seen nursing in Nigeria. You will see Nigeria, a nurse is looking after patients. How many nurses bath patients in Nigeria? It's family member that stay 24/7 to look after. Nurse will just come and choke injection and give you medication. That's it. Do your blood pressure, whatever. Here, nurses bath people. Nurses do a lot of the things that your family members will do for you. Nurses feed patients. Nurses will have care assistants or whatever. But nurses' job in this part of the world where I live, they do more. It is a stressful job. And all of that mental exhaustion and, emotional exhaustion or whatever, psychologically, the last thing such a person needs is to get home and have to be dealing with too much wahala. They should get home. Let me tell you, they should get home, especially if their husband is not working. There's nothing wrong in the man's cooking, waiting for her. If the man is not working, I'm saying, for example, there is nothing wrong with that. What is wrong with a man saying, my wife works really hard. She's the one sustaining this household. People, it's not an easy job. These jobs are not easy. So when they say all these nurses abroad, they are feeling too big. All the doctors abroad, they are feeling too big. You don't know what they go through in work. Mentally, how they are dealing with all this stress. The last thing they need when they get home is more stress. A lot of these things are avoidable. I'm going to say this. I've said it before. There are some people, Nigerians, married abroad, and their marriages are doing well. No problem. So we cannot come here and generalize. There are some people that their marriages have none of these issues. Because people know what it is to say, I love my wife, I love my husband, and they work together to make it work. The problem is when there is that mentality. You see the lordship of Nigerian men in Nigeria. Another thing is how we raise our children. Nigeria, we raise men that your own is to grow up and marry a woman. She will do all your washing of your clothes. She will do all your ironing. She will do all your this. She will do everything. Your own is just sit down and be a man. That is your own. And then, that's how we're raising our children. I remember, like, for example, in my house, male child, female child, I raised the same way. My sons must know how to cook. Daughters, it's not only if driving, boys and girls will learn how to drive. It's not that Kini will do in Nigeria. Women are raised from the day they are born to be good wives when they grow up. The men are raised to just go and get married, and your life will just be swimming well. That is where the struggle is. And then they come abroad and they realize that's not how it works. And then another thing is when a lot of Nigerian men that married Nigerian women, and then for whatever reason they ended up marrying a Igbo woman. If you see the way they treat their white wives, if a lot of them treated their Nigerian wives like that, marriage would be like heaven. They would kiss the ground that the white woman walks on. But if it's a Nigerian woman, they will be like, I'm an African man. These are the problems. If they can know how to do, I'm a Yoruba woman who have to do the Yoruba way. Why can't they say, I did abroad though, this is a different environment. My wife is working, I can't live, there is no house help, there is no driver, there is no gate man, there is no cleaner, I can't leave all these things for her. I have to play a part. This is a different society, things are different. There's something they always say in that TVC. They say when Nigerian women go abroad, they change. But Indian women don't change. Chinese women don't change. I say, where did they get this information from? Where are they getting it from? I'm a nurse, for anyone that does not know. And I work with nurses. There are some nurses that their husbands don't work. They will get up in the morning, get ready, go to their job. The nurses. And their husband will bath the children, take them to school. You will see, in the neighborhood I used to live in, you will see husband pushing children in the stroller without, pushing children up and down, doing school runs. Are you listening? We call it domesticated. They take up that role. I have seen a lot of these women. It's interesting again when Nigerians went in Nigeria, will never come off for Nigeria, or they came to visit and went back. They want to tell us what is happening in the abroad. Let those abroad tell you what is happening in abroad. I have friends that are not Nigerians. I have Indian friends. Filipino friends too. It was actually their wives that came abroad to work as nurses, and then the husband got visa to come and join their wives. These men, they are doing school runs, they are the ones cleaning the houses, the ones doing everything. Whatever thing that the women go to work in the morning, come back in the evening and start cooking, is a lie. Women that went to work will not come back and go and do school runs. I think I've shared before here, a woman, a Nigerian woman, that is a care assistant, her husband does not have a job, right? So I'm not saying the husband is jobless, but some men have not found yet. This man will be at home. Her friend will be run up and down, calling friends and say, when you collect your child, can you help me collect my own and drop at the front gate? So this lady said, I used to be the one helping her. This lady said she used to help her to bring her children from school every day. And she used to pass their front house and drop her children for her. Say, it cost me nothing now. She is just to drop them. You understand? Every day she was doing it. But one day she now asked the children, who is at home when you enter the house? They said, their daddy. Wait. Your daddy is at home? Yes. Every time you call your other... That was when she called the friend and said, come loose. So your husband doing inside her. He said, I know if they send my husband a message. And she said, the woman said, why will he not go and collect his children by himself? She said since that day, she refused to help her anymore. But that woman felt like she was being respectful because the husband is a man, cannot be sending him message. That is the Nigerian mentality. The husband should not do school runs in this Obodo Igbo. Coming back to this Femi Kayode, if you hear the story and some of the things she's talked about, I said to myself, there is no way that will happen abroad. Never. All these things he's allegedly did to this woman, there is no way it will happen abroad. And then somebody will sit down and now say that a woman that now got abroad and is able to enjoy the law that protects her, that protects her children, people will not say abroad is not good. What annoys me is when women actually say these things too. When you hear some Nigerian women, in Nigeria saying these things too, you don't know. You see, you don't. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? For example, now our Nigeria is very stigmatized in Nigeria. The idea of husband beat wife now call police. In Nigeria, you don't use ear to hear that kind of thing. They say, how can a woman call police for the husband? And that's why some women are being wasted in Nigeria. A woman living abroad and the husband now touch her, she call police to come and save her. They hear it in Nigeria and say, hey, all these abroad Nigerian women. Basically, what I'm saying is this: look at allegations against the husband. Now, him be the person where they bulala her. Now, upon everything that she said he did to her, at the end of the day, she was the one that had to leave empty-handed, without a house, no children, no money, nothing. That can never happen abroad. And anybody that is right thinking, anybody that knows what it is to be just, that likes justice, that loves fairness, will not sit down and be saying that this style that we see is better than a woman that is abroad, or a marriage abroad where a woman can actually be protected. And ask this question in our community tab. I'm going to ask it here again. Those people that say that abroad marriages are bad, and Nigerian marriages, as in Nigerian marriages abroad, are bad, the beautiful ones are the ones in Nigeria. Please, let's actually rub minds. Tell us what are the beautiful ones. For example, some people, what they call beautiful is that the man can kick a woman out anytime and she can go empty-handed. Is that your definition of a beautiful marriage? Or a society where if a man beat a woman can call police for him to be arrested? Or what are the so-called beautiful things in the Nigerian marriage that is not? There was one person that rang and said abroad you cannot control the women. List these things, actually. List these things. Let's rub minds in the comment section. What are those things? List them, right? We are mature people. It's not time to start cursing and start fighting. No, let's actually discuss this. Let's actually rub mind about this thing. What actually are the beautiful things in these so-called Nigerian beautiful marriages? And what are those bad things that are the so-called Nigerian bad marriages abroad? Let's list them and let's rub minds. Leave your comments in the comment section. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.